What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, back here for yet another Tottenham update for you guys. So let's get straight into it. And the first one is on Frank Kessie. And there's a quote from Daniel Longo, who is a reporter from Calcio Mercato. And the direct quote is, "As far as we know, there isn't a chance to see Kessie leave in January. However, there is a 75% chance he won't extend his contract with Milan, with Barcelona, PSG, Manchester United and Spurs all ready to secure his services at the end of the season." So does that all but rule us out then?
Yeah, he mentions us last because probably we're last in the queue. That's probably the reality. So I don't think, look, Kessie's would be a great signing. Maybe if the only chance I think of us getting him is if we do steal a march from the opposition in January, pay a bit of money for him, which AC Milan would accept. And hopefully,
so it's not happening then.
Yeah, so it's not basically yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. All right, so we can move on. And there's been a very interesting article from The Athletic on Harry Winks today. One of the quotes saying that for Harry Winks, there was interest in the summer from Aston Villa, Everton and Brighton. He was also had admirers in Spain and Italy. Do you reckon all these clubs still admire him?
Well, they're saying in the summer.
Yeah.
So he hasn't played anything. He's played one start in the first 7 games, hasn't he, against Crystal Palace, which he was hauled off after 60 minutes.
A few Conference League games
played
as well.
Played a few Conference League games. Wasn't even in the squad for the North London derby. So I think it's going to be difficult for him to for Spurs, to get the price they want for him. Apparently, reportedly 40 million was it in the summer.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Apparently they're looking at a loan move now in January, maybe to reignite his career. Maybe if he gets a loan move, play some football, and can show what he can really do, then that can be with a view to a permanent move somewhere else. But it looks like at Tottenham, his career is pretty much done.
It's a shame. It really is a shame. I know we've all kind of had our say on Winks and we all clown on Winks these days. But, you know, when he was first breaking into the Spurs team, when he was first breaking into the England team, it mentions in that article the performance he had in that win against Spain, that 3-2 win against Spain where he had the man and match performance. Where has it all gone wrong for him?
I don't know. Even under Mourinho, like he had a good spell at the end of his first season. You're thinking he could push on from it, but I think it's hard to put your finger on why exactly it's gone wrong. But maybe I don't think the Mourinho system or Nuno's system really probably helps him. I think he really liked playing under Pochettino, high pressing, of quick passing, that kind of system, working in the transitions. And we're trying to get back to that. But under Mourinho, sitting deep and that kind of stuff, it didn't really suit him. So I also think he became quite entitled. He became entitled to playing time. He thought he was better than how much time he was getting.
He thought he'd already made it kind of thing, didn't he?
Yeah, and he was talking about getting into the Euros rather than getting to the Tottenham team. That was his priority. And he got his priorities all wrong. You know, you got to make sure you're playing well at club level, and then everything else will sort itself out. You can't aim to get to a tournament when you're not playing well at club level. And I just think he took his eye off the ball. And I think he just needs a fresh challenge. I think at Tottenham, with Skip coming through, we've got other players who are much more adept in his position right now. There's no space for him, especially for a player who's lost trust with the management team, it looks like. Any
other interesting facts in that or points in the article?
I haven't had enough time. It's quite a long one, but it's nothing really. His only other thing is it says Daniel Levy has typically felt that for almost all players, leaving Tottenham represents their career heading on a downward trajectory. But he says recent history suggests that it's not always the case with Winks. It's more of a sense that a player needs a fresh start, something to re-energise a career that has started to drift over the last couple of years. And it also says, it looks like in January they can look for a loan move. It all goes on to say as well.
Yeah, so we'll just have to see how this plays out over January. Still a quick couple of months to go for that. But let's move on. Eurosport are claiming that Newcastle are interested in signing Harry Kane. Newcastle's new owners are keeping a close eye on his situation. It's something that me and you have spoken about a bit over the last couple of days. I mean, I just can't see it.
No, it's not going to happen now. Look, I think they're probably right to keep their eye on it because you never know. But I think right now it's not a possibility, and not in January. But in the summer or maybe in 2 years' time, that's something that might actually be a possibility. Unbelievably enough, it's funny to say, but right now I don't think it is.
Moving on, Takvim, which is a publication from Turkey, and they're saying Fenerbahce are reportedly lining up a January move to sign forgotten man Tottenham wingback Ryan Sessegnon on loan. We had like these kind of rumours flying about in the summer. You know, for one reason or other, we decided to keep him to play back up to Reguilon and Ben Davis. I mean, this would probably be a good move for him, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I still think I want to see what he can do under Nuno, but again, injuries are holding him back, like they have done the whole time at Spurs. So there's not much I can do when he's constantly coming back from injury, and whenever he's playing, he doesn't seem fully fit, and then he gets another injury, and he just needs a run of games. He's not going to get that at Tottenham, is he? At the moment, with Reguilon there and Ben Davis firmly second choice.
Yeah. And last but not least, from Jonathan Veal, sorry, he's saying it looks like Steve Bruce will be in charge of Newcastle on Sunday. Confirmation he will face the media tomorrow. Surely they're not going to sack him before the Spurs game now.
Yeah, I mean, they should have done it by now if they were going to do it. It doesn't make sense to do it 2 days before the game. So looks like he's going to be here for at least the Spurs game, but we all know he's a dead man walking. I actually think it's probably a good thing that he's staying, because I think there's even a bit more of a good feeling if Bruce would have gone. With Bruce still staying there, it's like they're still clinging on to like that old Newcastle kind of thing. It's still hanging in there, and it could be good news for us in a weird way.
For someone who's been in football for as long as Steve Bruce has, you know, he's respected as a good manager within the game. Maybe, you know, Newcastle fans don't respect him, but he's widely respected throughout the game. And this would have been this is his 1,000th game in management. So do you think maybe they're just giving him the respect, give him his 1,000th game, and then maybe they'll give him the chop after that?
Very much so. Could possibly be that, because I think it would also might send the wrong message from them to just be not respect what he's done in the game and sack him without even giving him a chance to do anything. So maybe there's an element of that as well. But we all know it's only a matter of time for Bruce leaves Newcastle. Yeah. He's not going to be there long term.
Yeah, definitely. And we are Thursday evening right now, and we've still got more international games to talk about, unfortunately. So, which is unheard of, really. When have we ever spoken about international games? Why? It's ridiculous. But anyway, tonight at 10 p.m, you can catch Davinson Sanchez in action for Colombia against Ecuador in a World Cup qualifier, albeit Davinson Sanchez has not played 1 minute yet in this international break. Argentina play at home against Peru, where Gia Lo Celso and Christian Romero will be lining up for Argentina. And with a quote from Lionel Scaloni, the Argentinian manager, on Christian Romero, and he says, he is one of the best in the world in his position. So we need to persist with him, obviously. And last but not least, Brazil at home to Uruguay at 1:30 tonight or tomorrow morning, with Emerson Royale obviously in the squad for Brazil. He's only seen 15 minutes so far of the 2 games gone, but this is a big game for Brazil against Uruguay. So we'll see what happens with that. Obviously, we'll bring you the updates of how they got on tomorrow. But that is your Tottenham update. That is your international roundup. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any thoughts regarding any of the news we brought to you today. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always, come on you Spurs.